everybody, and welcome to Game 4 of the 1966 World Series here in Baltimore. The Orioles lead the World Series 2-1. They won yesterday in 11 innings, 5-4, as Eddie Watt drove in the winning run to give the Orioles a 5-4 win and to take lead of the series. Let's go over the lineup for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Batting first and playing shortstop is Maury Wills. Batting second is the center fielder Willie Davis. Batting third is the right fielder Lou Johnson. Batting fourth is the left fielder Tommy Davis. Batting fifth is the second baseman Jim Lefevre. Batting sixth, the first baseman Wes Parker. Batting seventh is the catcher Johnny Roseboro. Batting eighth is the third baseman John Kennedy. And batting ninth is Don Drysdale doing the pitching. Pitching for the Orioles today is going to be Dave McNally. He's 0-1 in the World Series. He pitched 8 innings in Game 1. Lost it. He had a no-hitter going into the 7th inning and ended up losing the game 2-1. He had 5 strikeouts in the game and walked 2. McNally getting his sign from Andy Etchebarren. He leans in, goes into the windup, and here's the pitch. And there's going to be a fly ball out towards center field. Russ Snyder is out there chasing it down. And he's going to make the catch, and there's one away. Here's Willie Davis. Willie Davis in the World Series hitting .357 with no homers and no RBIs. Here comes the pitch from Dave McNally. There's going to be a fly ball out towards Robinson. He's going to take a few steps over. And he's camping under it. And he is going to make the catch. And there are 2 down. Here's Lou Johnson. He has hitless in 11 at-bats in the World Series. And here comes the pitch from McNally. And he struck him out. There's the first strikeout of the game for McNally. And the Dodgers go down here in the first. 1, 2, 3. And we head to the bottom of the first. It's no score. Leading off for the Orioles today is going to be Luis Aparicio, playing short. Batting second, the center fielder Russ Snyder. Batting third, the right fielder Frank Robinson. Batting fourth, the third baseman Brooks Robinson. Batting fifth, the first baseman Boog Powell. Batting sixth is the left fielder Clint Buffrey. Batting seventh, the second baseman Davey Johnson. Batting eighth, the catcher Andy Etchebarren. And batting ninth is the pitcher Dave McNally. On the mound for the Dodgers is going to be Don Drysdale. He outdueled Dave McNally in Game 1 as he also took a no-hitter into the 7th. He pitched the complete game that game, also had 5 strikeouts and 2 walks. He only gave up 3 hits in that first game. So here comes the pitch. He gets his sign. Luis Aparicio steps in. That's going to be a little smash, and that's a base hit right off the bat for Luis Aparicio. So the Orioles get the leadoff man on. Aparicio increasing his lead a little bit. Drysdale throws back over. Aparicio shortens it up. Here comes the pitch to Snyder. He's 0 for 4 in the World Series. Here comes the pitch. And that's going to be a base hit. So Snyder hits a little single, and that's going to send Aparicio to third. They're going to hold Snyder at first, and the Orioles have him at first and third. Nobody out for Frank Robinson. Here comes the pitch from Drysdale. And there's a long drive way back, and it is going to be gone. A home run for Frank Robinson, and the Orioles are up 3-0. Here, so 3 batters in, the Orioles are already up 3-0, and here comes Brooks Robinson. Here comes a pitch from Drysdale to Robinson, and there's a base hit. So 4 batters, 4 base hits, and a home run. And Drysdale struggling, leaving too many pitches up. Here's Boog Powell. Powell has a home run and RBI in the World Series. And there's another base hit as Powell slaps it into center. Robinson will hold at second. Here's Bleffery. He gets the pitch from Drysdale. And he walked him. So we are now 7 batters into this. And Drysdale hasn't gotten a single batter out. And here comes Davey Johnson. Johnson hitting .250 in the World Series. Drysdale back into the windup. Here's the pitch. And there's going to be a little pop-up over towards short. Murray Wills will make the play. And there's one down. Here's Andy Etchebarren hitting .167 in the World Series with an RBI. Here comes the pitch from Drysdale. And he walked him. So Etchebarren walks. And it's now 4-0. Here's McNally. Drysdale still in the windup. And here comes the pitch. And there's a base hit for McNally. And they've batted around, and that's going to knock Drysdale from this game, as Walter Alston has seen enough. And we're going to see a pitching change. So Don Sutton comes into the game. Sutton has pitched an inning in the World Series, and he struck out 3. And here comes the pitch from Sutton. There's going to be a fly ball out towards left field. Should be an easy play for Davis. It should score Blefary. They're going to send Etchebarren over to third, and here comes the throw. And they got him. So they're throwing home. They're going to actually go for Blefary. I thought he was going to throw to third. It looked like he was going to score easy, but they make a good throw. And he is going to be out at the plate. So good throw from Blefary to home, and they get the runner. And here comes the Dodgers, but the damage was done here in the first as Baltimore chases Don Drysdale from the game. It's 5-0 Orioles. Here comes Tommy Davis. Davis stepping in. Dodgers have a big hill to climb now against this pitching. Here comes the pitch from McNally. And there's a base hit for Tommy Davis. So he leads off the second with a single. Here's Jim Lefevre. Here comes the pitch from McNally. And he struck him out. Lefevre swings through a curveball, and there's one down. Here's Wes Parker. Parker doesn't have a hit in the World Series. He's 0 for 11. Here comes the pitch from McNally. This one's hit on the ground towards Aparicio. That should be 2. And it will be, and there's a double play.
Peanuts, get your peanuts here.
So we head to the bottom of the second. It's 5-0 Orioles. Here's Snyder. He singled his first time up off of Drysdale. Here comes the pitch from Sutton. There's going to be a fly ball out towards center field. Willie Davis chasing her down. And he'll make the catch, and there's one down. Here comes Frank Robinson. Robinson had a 3-run homer in the first. Here comes the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball towards short. Will's moving towards his right. And he picks it up, throws him out. And there are 2 down. Here comes Brooks Robinson. He had a single in the first inning. He's also got a run scored. Here comes the pitch from Drysdale. And that's going to be a base hit. So Robinson slaps a single. Here's Boog Powell. He's 1 for 1 with a run scored. Here comes the pitch from Sutton. And that is a long drive way back out towards right. And it is going to be caught on the warning track. And the inning is over. So at the end of 2, it's 5-0 Orioles.
Get your peanuts here.
Here's McNally looking in this, getting the sign from Etchebarren. Here's Johnny Roseboro. Roseboro hitting 100 in the World Series, has a double to his name. Here comes the pitch. There's going to be a ground ball towards second. Should be an easy play for Johnson. It is, and he picks it up and throws him out. And there's one away. Here's Kennedy. He's 0 for 5 in the World Series. Here comes the pitch from McNally. And it's going to be a little sinking fastball right at Robinson. And there's 2 down. Here's Sutton. Not a good hitting pitcher. Here comes the pitch from McNally. And he struck out Sutton, and the inning is over. It's the 3rd strikeout for Dave McNally. We head to the bottom of the 3rd. It's 5-0 Orioles. Here's Bleffery. He walked his first time up. Here comes the pitch from Drysdale, from Sutton. He struck him out. Here's Davy Johnson. He popped out back in the 1st. Here comes the pitch from Sutton. And it's going to be a little ground ball to Kennedy, and he throws him out. And there's 2 down. Here's Andy Etchebarren. He received a walk back in the 1st inning that drew an RBI. And here comes the pitch from Drysdale, from Sutton. And there's going to be a base hit for Etchebarren. Here's McNally. Not a good hitting pitcher, but he's got a single and an RBI today. Sutton delivers, and he struck him out. Pitcher McNally just watched that one go by. And we head to the 4th. It's 5-0 Orioles. Here's Murray Wells. He flew out back in the 1st. Here comes the pitch from McNally. There's going to be a fly ball out towards Robinson. Easy play. And there's 1 away. Here's Willie Davis. He also flew out in the 1st. Here comes the pitch from McNally. And that's going to be a base hit in the right. So Davis slaps at it and gets a single. He's on. He's looking to get a bigger lead. And he takes off, and here comes the throw from Etchebarren. And he's safe. Davis steals 2nd. And here comes Lou Johnson. Johnson digging back in after the stolen base from Davis. Here comes the pitch from McNally. It's going to be a ground ball towards 3rd. Easy play for Brooks Robinson. And he throws him out. Davis holds at 2nd. And here's Tommy Davis. He's 1 for 1 with a single.
Peanuts, get your peanuts here.
Here comes the pitch. And he walked him. That's the first walk given up by McNally. And here's Jim Lefevre. Lefevre struck out his last time up. So 1st and 2nd, 2 outs for the Dodgers. Lefevre does not have a hit in the World Series. He's 0 for 11. Here comes the pitch from McNally. And he struck him out. That's the 2nd time today he has rung up Lefevre. And we head to the bottom of the 4th. It's 5-0 Orioles. So here's Aparicio. He's 1 for 2 today with a single. He flew out into a double play. Here comes the pitch from Sutton. There's a ground ball towards Murray Wells. Picks it up, throws him out, and there's 1 away. So 1 down, and here comes Russ Snyder. Snyder 1 for 2 with a run scored. And there's going to be a hot smash over towards Parker. He will make the play. He flips it to Sutton covering, and there are 2 away. Here's Frank Robinson. He's 1 for 2. Had that big homer back in the 1st. Here comes the pitch from Sutton. And that's a long drive way back. And it's going to be caught on the warning track. And that'll end the inning. We head to the top of the 5th. It's 5-0 Orioles. Here's Wes Parker. Parker grounded out into a double play back in the 2nd. Here comes the pitch from McNally. He struck him out. That's strikeout number 5 for McNally. And here comes Johnny Roseboro. He grounded out his first time up. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be a ground ball towards Boog Powell. Powell takes it himself. And there are 2 away. Here's Kennedy. He's 0 for 6 in the World Series. He grounded out back in the third. Here comes the pitch from McNally. And there's going to be a fly ball out towards Blefary. And that's going to be easily caught. And the inning is over. We head to the bottom of the fifth. 5-0 Orioles. Here's Brooks Robinson. He's 2 for 2 today. A couple of singles.
Peanuts, get your peanuts here.
Pitch from Sutton. And that's going to be a base hit. That's his third hit of the game. Here comes Boog Powell. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a flyout. Here comes the pitch from Sutton. And that's hit on the ground over towards Lefevre. That should be 2. And he picks it up to Wills, to Parker, and it's a double play. So there's 2 down as they erase that little single by Brooks Robinson. Here comes Blefary. 1 for 1 today, or excuse me, 0 for 1 today with a walk and a strikeout. Here comes the pitch from Sutton. He struck him out. That's the third strikeout for Don Sutton. And the Orioles go down. And we head to the 6th. It's 5-0 Orioles. Here's McNally facing Sutton. Sutton struck out his first time up. Here comes the pitch, and that's going to be a ground ball over towards Aparicio. Picks it up, throws him out, and there's 1 down. Here's Maury Wills. He's 0 for 2. A couple of flyouts. And he slaps one, and there's a base hit. So Maury Wills singles. He's on good speed and a good base stealer on the bases. Here's Willie Davis. McNally holding Wills tight. Here comes the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball towards first. Should get Wills over to second. It does, and there's now a man on second, 2 outs. And here's Lou Johnson. Johnson's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. Here comes the pitch from McNally. He struck him out. Strikeout number 6. And the Dodgers go down, and we head to the bottom of the 6th. It is 5-0 Orioles. Here's Davey Johnson. Johnson 0 for 2. Here comes the pitch from Sutton. And there's a base hit in the left. So Davey Johnson's on. He's inching further over. Picked off. Oh, Davey Johnson is picked off by Don Sutton. And here comes Andy Etchebarren. Sutton looks a little fatigued after that base hit from Johnson. It's the 4th hit he's given up in 5 innings. Here comes the pitch to Etchebarren. There's a ground ball towards second base. It should be an easy play for Lefevre. And it is, and there's 2 down. And they're going to let him pitch to McNally, the pitcher. McNally, 1 for 2 today with a single and an RBI. And he struck him out. That is the 4th strikeout for Sutton. And the inning is over. We head to the 7th. It's 5-0 Orioles. Here's Tommy Davis. He's 1 for 1 with a walk. Here comes the pitch from McNally, and that's going to be a hot shot over towards Brooks Robinson, and he will throw him out. And there's 1 away. Here's Lefevre. He's 0 for 2. Struck out twice against McNally so far. Here comes the pitch from McNally. And Lefevre gets some wood on it, and this one's hit deep, way back, and it is going to be caught. He hit it deep to center field, and Snyder makes a good catch. Here's Parker. He's 0 for 2 as well. Still looking for his first hit of the World Series. Here comes the pitch. And that's going to be a base hit for Parker, his first hit of the World Series. And here comes Johnny Roseboro. Roseboro 0 for 2, hitting .083 in the World Series. Here comes a pitch from McNally. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 7. So Sutton going to be replaced. Phil Reagan is the new pitcher for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Reagan in the regular season was 14-1 with a 1.62 earned run average. He pitched 117 innings and had 21 saves. Aparicio stepping in. He's 1 for 3 today. Here comes the pitch from Reagan. And it's going to be a ground ball towards Wills. And he throws him out, and there's one away. Here's Snyder. He's 1 for 3 today. He has a run scored. Here comes the pitch from Reagan. That's going to be a little ground ball over towards Lefevre. He makes the play, throws him out. And there's 2 down. And here's Frank Robinson, 1 for 3 today with a home run. Here comes the pitch from Reagan. And that's going to be a fly ball out towards center. Davis will catch it, and that's the inning. And we head to the top of the 8th. It is 5-0 Orioles on your home for Strat-o-Matic Baseball. Here's Kennedy, still looking for his first hit of the World Series. McNally looking in. Gets his sign from Echebarren. And here comes the pitch. That's going to be a little weak ground ball hit over towards Davy Johnson. And there's 1 down. Here's Reagan. They're going to let him hit. And he struck him out. McNally rings up the pitcher. That's his 8th strikeout of the game. And here comes Maury Wills. Wills 1 for 3. There's a ground ball right back towards the mound. And the inning is over. We head to the bottom of the 8th. 5-0 Orioles. Here's Robinson versus Reagan. Robinson 3 for 3 today. Reagan steps off. Gets back in, gets a new sign from Roseboro. And here comes the pitch. And there's a long drive way back, and it's going to hit the fence. And Robinson will be in with a double. And here comes Boog Powell. So Robinson in a leadoff double here in the 8th. Here comes Powell. He's 1 for 3. Here's a ground ball on the ground towards Lefevre. It should move Robinson over to third. It does, and there's 1 down. Here's Blefary. 0 for 2 today with a couple strikeouts and a walk. And he struck him out. Reagan strikes out Blefary for the 3rd time today. He goes down on strikes. And that's the first strikeout for Reagan. And here comes Davy Johnson, who's 1 for 3 today. Here comes the pitch from Reagan. And that's going to be a base hit. That's going to score Brooks Robinson. And it's now 6-0 Orioles. And here's Andy Echebarren. He's 1 for 2 today with a single and a walk and an RBI. Here comes the pitch from Reagan. And it's going to be on the ground towards Wills, and he will throw him out. And the inning is over, and we head to the 9th. It's 6-0 Orioles. Here comes Davis. It's going to be Davis, Johnson, and Davis. Here comes the pitch from McNally. And he slaps at it, and it's going to be right at Johnson. And there's 1 down. Here's Lou Johnson, 0 for 3 today. A couple strikeouts to his name. Here comes a pitch from McNally. And that's going to be a base hit. So Lou Johnson gets his first hit of the World Series here in the 9th inning of Game 4. Here's Tommy Davis.
Peanuts, get your
1
peanuts
for 2
here.
today. Here comes the pitch from McNally. And it's going to be a fly ball out towards center field. Snyder has it easy. And there's 2 down. So it's all up to Jim Lefevre to keep this game going as the Dodgers are down 6-0. And here comes the pitch from McNally to Lefevre. And it gets past Etchebarren, and they're going to score that one a wild pitch, and Johnson will move up to second. And here's Lefevre stepping back in. McNally shakes his head in disbelief as he botched that one as it hit the dirt and gets past Etchebarren. Steps back on the rubber, gets the sign. Sets in, delivers. And that's going to be a double into the corner. And Lefevre doubles, or that is going to score a run. Johnson scores from second. It's now 6-1. And here comes Wes Parker, who has 1 for 3 today. Here comes the pitch from McNally. He struck him out. That ends the game. And the Orioles will win this one 6-1. And they take a commanding 3-1 lead in the World Series. Today's winner is obviously Dave McNally. He improves to 1-1 in the World Series. Don Drysdale is 0-1, as he could not even get past the first inning. And Don Sutton ended up picking it up and really pitching well. Went 5 2/3 of relief, 4 hits, 4 strikeouts. But the big play of the game today was going to be that home run by Frank Robinson in the first that gave the Orioles a 3-0 lead. And Brooks Robinson was 4 for 4 today. So again, your final score today from Baltimore: the Orioles 6, the Dodgers 1. They lead the World Series 3-1. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you here for Game 5.